This is the theme song for the live stream of consciousness. You've got to ask yourself whether reality is a dream or if you are dreaming reality. We are all a part of the answer to the meaning of it all. Come in and join us for the moment we call now. Rise up, join in, raise the whole vibration. You are the master of reality's creation.
Welcome to Creating Reality. It all happens here in the live stream of consciousness. Now let's welcome your host of the moment, Michael Zinn.
Yes, that's me. Oh my goodness. I think that is a little over the top now that I'm watching that again. I had so much fun creating that new intro for 2026. Welcome to Creating Reality. Welcome to This is Reality right now, this moment. And I've created a space for it and you've joined me. So together we're creating reality, this right now. So thank you for being a part of it and joining me here on the live stream of consciousness, creating reality. I see some people out there who have been here since the very first show for the live stream of consciousness. Ninja Kitty, what is up? Good to see you. And Tim Lawrence, beautiful to see you guys, always right here in the front row and saying hello before I even get started. It's great to see you guys. It's great to be here in this space. You guys know this is my happy place. It's 2026. It's only the second week in January. Time is going at a nice slow pace. I don't know if you remember, but like when September came along, whoosh, it was just December already. And here we are in January. But at this time last year, I made an intention to like slow down time and not let it feel that way, right? Intentionally not feel like, oh my God, it's Thursday again. Oh my God, it's Thursday again. Oh my God, it's Thursday again. And it's only the second Thursday of the year. So this is great. Here we are. I'm going to open the show. I'm trying to figure out a new routine, but I'm still going to keep the 3 breaths, right, that we do together, because I feel like that's a great way to clear the space, set the intention, and just kind of get us all in the same place. So 2026, here she is, Sage, my trusty bowl. We're going to do 3 breaths. Again, I know some of you guys already know how to do this. I don't always have to give instructions, but just so we kind of all feel like we're doing it the same, although you don't even have to feel like you're doing it the same. I do it in through my nose. 4 seconds or so in, I hold it for a second at the top, and then I intentionally think of the stuff that I don't need anymore, and I let it go. I push it out. So let's do that together. Here we go. Nice breath in. Hold it and then push it out. Another one in. Hold it at the top. Feels so good to let it out. Last one. Take an extra one. Oh, even make some noise. Just ooh, ah. I see people do that sometimes in meditation. I love this so much. I feel it, especially when I hold it close to me. I don't know if you guys still hear that ringing, but it's amazing. I love sage. I love sound. I love how it feels, right? I remember the first time that I heard a singing bowl, it felt like it was coming from inside of me. I was like, what the heck is going on? Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Breathing is fundamental. We've gotten past that part of the show. We need Sage. Hola, Sage. I think Sage has her own fan club. That's awesome. So anyway, I'm excited tonight because this is truly creating reality like we've been doing. I feel like I'm trying to get people on my show that are doing that, right? And just because, not like intentionally, but intentionally, right? They're doing what is driven by their heart. They're doing kind of what they feel like is their mission, and they are creating their own reality. My guest tonight, her name is Gwen Johns, and she has a network I guess you would. It's interesting. I'm going to find out what she was thinking, but it's not really television anymore. It's like a free broadcast. But she's got a network called the All Access Network Television, and it. I guess it's like it's the paradigm, right, of having a place where a bunch of shows are, and this is something I can't wait to talk to her about because I've had this idea as well. Just knowing so many like psychic mediums and channelers and people who do unique things and being a production guy making video, like I had the idea of making all these shows and putting them in one place, and that's what exactly what the All Access network television is, and the Sacred Spiral Network, all doing these things. And I guess it was just natural that I came across those paths, and now they're part of my life, and I'm part of their life, and there are no coincidences, are there? Anyway, welcome, Eternal Ex Wolfpack Paranormal. Welcome to the live stream of consciousness. Thanks for coming over and checking it out. Welcome, Charlene. Good to see you as well. Welcome, Christina, a past guest on the show and a host on All Access Network Television. I love it. I love it. Excellent. So we got the front row starting to fill up. We're good. We're going to get into our conversation. I am going to welcome to the live stream of consciousness Miss Gwen Johns. Hello. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm excited to talk to you tonight. Kindred spirit, so to
Yes.
speak.
Yes, we are.
I love that. I love that. It's so great. I feel like when you kind of find your thing, right? And you start doing it and you're like, oh, I think I found my thing. And then all of a sudden all these people start showing up.
Yes.
And then you really know you found your thing because you know you're in the right place, you're in the right company, you're validated by, other people kind of doing similar things or things that are connected and will boost you, and what you do will boost them.
Yep.
It's just an amazing place to be.
It is.
So I kind of said, oh, I don't know what she was thinking. I didn't mean that as an insult. But you have this amazing network of shows. Network television, All Access Network Television is called, and tell us how that happened. Tell us what you did to get to where you're at.
Okay, so my CEO is my best friend, Litriana Brown, who has some of you may know her, some of you may not, but she has a TV show called Repossessed, and she's a psychic medium. And she had a show, and the way she was doing her show, it didn't work out. So she, this is a funny story. So everybody just bear with me for 1 second. My phone starts blowing up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, did somebody get hurt? What's going? And I look, she's created the network, and she says, okay, here we go. You produce, I CEO, because she has more of a day job than I do. And here we are. I tell you, we started out with like one show, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I did a count again. I told him, I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see it. I had to write them down. There's so many now.
Amazing.
Yeah, but we wanted people to have a voice and that kind of thing. And the reason it's called All Access Network Television is because we have dreams of it being more than just podcast. We're not quite 2 years old. And we're growing. We're blooming. We're going places. We have found our people.
Yeah.
I was telling Michael before the show that I'm picky. And the reason I'm picky is because once you're in the network, you're family. And we back each other up. We support each other. Somebody cancels on you, a guest. Well, you got plenty. Somebody's going to pop in and do it for you. We just, and you said lift each other up. Yes, that's what it's all about. Very much.
Absolutely. No, I love that. And I love, and really my first encounter with that energy was with the Sacred Spiral Network. I've been doing the live stream of consciousness for 4 years or more. I think around COVID I started doing it. And it was just an amazing place, and I kind of created my own small community. But then my show, somehow somebody who was connected with the Sacred Spiral Network came on as a guest, and then you know how it works, right? All of them showed up to support, and I was like, oh, who are all these people in the chat room? And then I reached out and got to know what was going on, and I met Kelly and Jennifer Rose and all the people over there who are so amazing. And I just was excited to have new guests on my show. But like you said, like immediately I became kind of part of their family, right?
Yes.
And eventually Kelly was like, hey, I started helping her out because I do graphics and the intro for the show. As you see,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to play around with all sorts of stuff. And I started helping her out, and she said, hey, why don't you do a show, on my network? And I didn't want to necessarily move the live stream of consciousness over there just because of the way the broadcasting goes. I didn't want to broadcast on from her as a source, but I share it on their network. All of Jennifer Rose shares, she's got her destinations up there. So right now we're broadcasting to Jennifer Rose's channel. So big shout out. I call her my angel on earth because she calls me every Thursday. She's like, hey, send me your information so I can connect to it,
Nice.
which is so supportive. So amazing. And Kim Princess is out there, another amazing story from that network. But
Nice.
I get the same vibe. Christina Bloom
Yep.
was a guest on my show, and Kelly recommended her and booked her onto my show from your network. And then I found out, oh, you guys kind of all cross promote and you guys help each other out. And that it's so great, when you vibrate at a certain frequency, and then,
Yes, it is.
you those are the things that are attracted to you. And I've even heard it expressed, like when you vibrate at a certain frequency, other frequencies can't even see you and don't even register. You don't register on their frequency, and their frequency doesn't register on yours, and so you don't even have to deal with a lot of the stuff you used to have to deal with. It's
And
almost like,
actually, funny, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was
no,
just a thought. I have figured out, since I'm accepted who I am, and just more like I don't need the negative. I don't want it. It's not going to be around me. I repel those kind of people
that's
now.
amazing, right?
And I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's amazing. Yeah,
Yes.
it is very true. And I love, and it's even cooler when it's like obvious, right? And you're aware of it, and you're like, oh, I see what's happening. And
Yes.
then you start to add that into your intention, and it becomes more and more of who you are, who hangs around you, who shows up in your world.
Yep.
This moment right here, right? I mean, it's like,
Exactly.
it's like creating reality became the theme of this show this year, because last year I realized that I was able to do it. I mean, from my Costa Rica trip forward, my life has been different, and it was, I think, it's like when you look back, it's like, oh, wait a second, this was kind of always there. I just wasn't like playing it right. I wasn't acknowledging it the
Exactly.
right way, you
Exactly.
know. And you start to learn how to acknowledge it. Positivity rocks. Yes, I have
That's
those
my boy
rocks.
Blaine. That's my boy.
Yeah, I have those rocks outside. I have some over here. Positivity rocks. I keep a box of positivity rocks.
Nice.
That's cool. I like that idea. You're giving me an idea there, Blaine. Very, very cool. So okay, so yeah, you were kind of telling me about your friendship and how you grew this from one show. But were you like always interested as a kid in things like UFOs? Or I mean, I know you lean more towards how do we say it, morbid, not morbid, that's not the right word, more toward
Paranormal is a big deal.
paranormal is a big thing. But I noticed there's also a lot of like I don't want to say the M word, even though you talk about it freely, murders and stuff like serial killers and things like that,
Right.
right? There's a lot of that side of it, right?
It is.
It's not just like psychic mediums, like, oh, I want a message from my dead relatives. This
Mhm.
is like stuff that happened, right? And the energy that surrounds it, and kind of investigating that energy. So
It
what
is.
draws you to that, as somebody who is so positive and wants to be so positive and loving? What draws you to that energy?
Wow. The serial killers is just very interesting history, and just trying to understand people and that kind of thing. Now, as you saw, Blaine and my friend Litriana and myself we just changed the name. It's called Supernatural Murderers. And we
Mhm.
basically go over the history, and we are doing stories that have a supernatural twist. It's very interesting. You just deep dive in it, and yeah, it's bad, but I think people need to recognize the bad as well as the good. And that's kind of what we
Absolutely.
try to, yeah. And it's just,
Absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
it's
I agree with that.
oh,
I'm all about positive. What's up, Alley Cat? Good to see you here. Um, I'm all about positivity, but I also am I'm very adamant about the idea that in 3D, in the third dimension that we exist in, at least, maybe not in other dimensions, it's different, but in the 3D, good and evil exist, and
it does.
they both need to exist. Good isn't going to vanquish evil. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Not in this realm.
No.
You know what I mean? And I don't think good ever vanquishes evil. I think what happens in other realms is they blend. You know, they harmonize
They do.
somehow. You know what I mean? And they become the same. Which in the third dimension, even if they're two ends of a spectrum, it's still the spectrum is the thing, right? So it's still
Right.
a thing. It's still one thing. I just wish people understood that. I love that you can nod and be like, "Yeah, I get it. I totally
I
get it."
do. I
No,
do. And I
yeah.
have to admit something to you. Christina Bloom, who is my good friend of mine, I actually visited her in Wisconsin. Spent a week with her, and it was just so
Nice.
peaceful and helped her. She was needing some healing and some love from her friend. And from one day, in 2 days, I saw a picture of us the day that she picked me up. We met at a restaurant, and she picked me up.
Uh-huh.
2 days later, she looked so much healthier.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing. But she taught me something that I was aware of it, 3D and 5D.
Mhm.
I didn't know the details until she explained it. And I've heard you say a little bit about that kind of thing and a
Mhm.
couple of her
Mhm.
other guests. And
Mhm.
I've actually been going through a little something myself.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Tell
yeah,
us. You
you
want
may see me a little different than you did and it's not been long. So
No, no. You know what? And I did think that when I saw you on
mhm.
like when I signed on and you were on camera and you were like I was like, "Oh, she looks so nice. She's got this glow happening." So, I absolutely did notice it. Is it something you want to talk about, or is it a surprise coming up, or
Well, I'm in the process of little spiritual thing, and I will come back on one day when you get a opening, and we'll talk about it when I'm done, so I
Okay.
can help
Okay.
others.
No,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no problems. That
I'm going through it, and it's. I didn't know what it was at first, and it took me asking Christina, "What is going on? What is going on?" And she was like, and I have other mentors like Blaine, my friend,
Mhm.
and my friend Litriana, and everybody actually. I've got people on here. I'm smiling because I'm seeing Jeremy and who else? Christina
Oh,
and
yeah,
Blaine, a couple
Blaine
other
gave it
people.
away. Blaine gave it away. He says, "How was the date?" Well, we know what's going on now. No, that
No, that's not it.
no,
That's
that's not
not.
it.
I have to tell you the joke behind the stage, but I did go on a date the other day, and
Nice,
it was very nice.
nice.
It was very nice, and I think since things have changed for me, I'm attracting a little bit different, so that
Amazing, and
works.
that's a great you know what? And I think just even part of that is believing that and thinking about and seeing it that way, right? Like, "Oh, good things are happening because I'm becoming more good. I'm putting out more good, so I'm getting back more good." You know what I
Yes,
mean? And even if that's not the reason why, but you believe it, I think that's the most important thing right there. You know what I mean? Like
it
whatever your
is.
beliefs are, what you can focus on is what is real, creating reality. That's what it's all about. I don't know if I saw this documentary in the past couple of weeks. Janice and I we watched Kumare. Have you seen Kumare?
I have not, but I will put it on my list.
So Kumare, Kumare, it's a documentary about this guy. He's from India, like originally from India. His family came over, his parents were from India, and they came over, and he was born in America. He grew up with very like Indian traditions.
Hmm.
He tried to figure out spirituality, and he went to see gurus, and he didn't get it. He was like, I don't hear the thing. They're all saying the same thing, and he just like wasn't feeling like he understood it. And he basically decides he's gonna fake it, and he grows a beard, and he puts on this accent, and he becomes this character Kumare,
Hmm.
and like a guru, right? And he gets himself booked in Arizona, like nobody knows him. He gets himself booked at these yoga classes, and he starts doing this stuff, and he becomes this guru, faking it the whole time, but actually healing people because
Wow.
what the things that he's saying are about believing and believing in yourself. He's it's so great. Let me tell you, Gwen, like he's actually like, you don't need a guru. I am not a guru. He's like telling them straight out, like, I'm not a guru. And they're just loving him. They're just like, oh my God, you're so wise. You got to watch it. I think I just gave
I'm going to.
I gave the
Yes,
whole thing away, but it's really the end is really great. It's really amazing what he gets out of it,
that sounds great.
which is really really cool. And anyway, that was a tangent, but I think it's relative to why I'm here every week talking to the people I'm talking to who kind of have these beliefs that are really kind of simple, but the keys to happiness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The keys to living a life as part of a collective. I think, right? If we go outside of our community right now, right? What's happening out there is not a collective. It's like the opposite.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I
is.
mean? And I feel very fortunate that I have this place to go in this community, you know, to feel sane and not live in this fearful energy, right? That is all happening outside. So thank you all for being here and
Yes,
feeling that same way, right? Because I think that's what they bring, everybody here brings to the table, is this, you know, this essence of love, not of fear.
there you go. I love it. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I call it like-minded people that this is my little group.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is, like, there's no woo to that, right? It's so easy to understand. It's not like, you know, where, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good kirtan. I go to kirtan, and it's like there's this chanting and this other stuff, right? That might seem very odd to some people, but to me, it's not about like any of those connotations. It's about the connection with soul and sound, even, you know what I mean, when you gutturally, like, oh, you know what I mean, it's just like there's a connection to it. And I see
There is.
Jennifer is out there, hashtag live. Thank you for reminding me, Jennifer. If you're out there, just every once in a while, just give a thumbs up or something in the comments, because it just keeps the algorithm going and says, oh, there's some action happening here, and it pops it up in other people's feeds so people can come
Nice.
and join us in the conversation. So thank you, Kim. Scott Pace, aho, good to see you. Good to see you. So let's talk more about you, Gwen. You know, you're in this amazing place right now, and I think
I am.
it's evident. But also with what you're doing, right? Is there's such an energy. You said you've been growing so much in just the 2 years. I think you planted the seeds right at the right time,
Yeah,
right? I think people are hungry for love. You
they
know what I
are.
mean? You
They
know,
don't know it, but they are. Yes.
yeah. And it's interesting, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm saying that you are all about love, but I was just talking about like your shows about murder and stuff. But but in saying that, I'm realizing that it's done with love. Your shows are
Mhm.
done with love and the intention of love, not like, oh my God, look at this. This is sick. This is
Yeah,
murder. You know, it's like, oh my God, what happened here? What
yeah,
what you know, what was the energetic signature, you know, of what was going on and why? And you know, getting into the story. You know, I've watched a couple of the episodes, and I love how you bring on like two or three people to have a conversation in some of the shows.
we do.
And it's there's a lot going on, so it's like it keeps it moving along. It's probably a little easier than this one-on-one interview stuff, but I love doing this. I know you do too.
I
um
do too. I don't
because
have my own solo show anymore because I'm just too busy. But
right,
I have some other stuff, and I'll tell you once I do the list. But I do co-host and with a couple of here or there, and I'm on some of the shows. They'll bring me on, and
yeah.
just like Christina, every once in a while I'm on her show. So
Yeah. Well, I think it's all about the exchange, right? Because for me, I talked about this a lot when I started the live stream. Everybody holds a piece of the puzzle,
Mhm.
right? So we're all part of this big picture. We all hold our piece, and we fit somewhere in that puzzle, and all of the pieces that are around us fit right there with us, right? So we're, you know, maybe there's a section of the puzzle that we don't fit with, but it's over there and it makes it part of the big picture, and we
It
just got
does.
to feel comfortable knowing, hey man, I want to be a part of this big picture. So they need to be over there. I need to be over here with my family, and my corner of the puzzle. And it's just again, it's so much better than division. It's not division. It's like it's coherence. You know what I mean? In a way. So you were talking about all of the shows. I see Blaine's out there going, we also do paranormal shows.
We do.
So why don't you tell me about the lineup? How did it start? What was the first show that you did?
It's called Family Spirit. It is actually the parent company to All Access, and Lee Triana and has been doing this show. I'm going to say this wrong. I know probably 11 years or so.
Wow.
But I don't think that was the original title, but that is what it is.
Gotcha.
And then she would have like Blaine's on there, and now I'm on, we're on, but and she had taken a break for a minute and kind of restructured. Sometimes you have to have a minute to change it up a little bit. That's how the serial killer show came about.
Everything. Look at the graphic right above us. Everything's flowing and changing all the time. Yeah. So, and that was a psychic medium show.
Well, yeah, they talked about lots of different stuff. Not just one, not like paranormal, not just psychic medium things, but with just anything that comes up that they wanted to talk about. It's kind of one of. We do love we call it spooky stuff. Don't get me wrong. Some of us love our spooky stuff, but we love other stuff too. And
sure,
it's no one thing. We do anything. We talk to anybody because we don't leave anybody out. So that's kind of
Blaine is correcting us to 16
years.
16
years. See, I knew I would get that wrong. Thank you, Blaine.
And that's great. Again, I love that. That just kind of shows authenticity, right? You're not jumping on any bandwagon. You've been doing this before it was popular. Which is cool because that's how I feel, right? Like I was never into stuff because it was popular. I was just into what I was into, and
I was the nerd in school.
Yeah.
Of course, I was in my little nerd group. Honestly, I think back to the people that were considered nerds or whatever, and I just laugh. I'm like, look at how many of them are successful or happy in life, and you look at some of these other people, they're just aren't.
Yeah, the nerds had it figured out. You know what I mean? It's again, those are some of the simple philosophies. Maybe not. A lot of stuff that's just come up, let's say, over the past week is the idea of, comparing yourself to other people, right? And it's just like, why do people do that? Why do you're you? Nobody can be you. Why would you compare yourself to someone else? Like, you don't want people, it's and just, for people to realize the unique power of their own puzzle piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think that's kind of stripped from us. We're not taught to recognize that. And I think we just need to help people realize everybody should recognize that. And that's what happens. Like you said, in your community, everybody lifts each other up and then makes fun of each other. Like Thomas, hello, you glorious weirdos.
He's one of my guys too.
What's up, Thomas? Welcome. Weirdos are welcome.
Yes.
Absolutely. Breakfast Club. So true. Yes.
That is. Yes, that's exactly right.
And Evelyn, what's up, Evelyn? Asking a great question. I got to put my banner up. Is it on YouTube? Absolutely. It is on YouTube. And here we go. This is where you find it. All Access Network Television. I put the /streams because when you go to the site, you're looking at the shorts. But if you want to see all the shows, that link will get you to all of the shows. And why don't you tell me, where did it go from there? You had the one show, and tell us how it grew into the list that you have in front of you.
Well, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see all these things.
Okay.
Because there are
a
lot.
In order? Is it chronological order?
No, it's actually not. I couldn't get it together, guys. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But
no worries.
If you have just a few minutes, I'm gonna tell you our lineup. And I'll give you all the links. I'll send you the link tree or whatever you want to call it. So everybody.
Cool,
there's plenty more, including my Facebook and others. But so here we go. On Mondays, and I'm gonna start with Mondays and I'm gonna try to keep it right. But we got Bridging the Seen and Unseen with Shane McClain. We got Supernatural Murders with Litriana Brown, myself, Blaine Rohan. We've got The Medium Frequency with Raven Wolf, Christopher J. Brown, excuse me. We got Breakfast with Bobby, which is coming. And it's Bobby, and I can't say her last name. Christina, help me out. And Christina Bloom. She's going to laugh at me. And we have Profiled with Thomas Patrick. Here we go. Family Spirit with Lee and Blaine, and I'll pop in, and other people will too. And oh, okay, yep, that's us. Also, Haunted Sister Diaries, which is myself and Litriana, and we don't do that every week, but we just kind of do a little bit of here and there. It's kind of fun for us. We got Coming, Shot in the Dark with Matt Brown. We got Red Road Paranormal with Resnick Calkins, Bobby Resnick Calkins. We got Paramystic Podcast with Christina Bloom. We got When the Mountain Speaks with Jim Boardwine and Blaine Rohan. Outcast Pirate Radio with Chris O'Toole. Paranormal Unveiled with Nathaniel Elwell and myself. We got Twisted Tales, and this premieres next week with Jeremy Cotter. We've got Creepy Chronicles with Lauren and Danny Perez, and they're called The Radicals also. Yeah. Native Matters with Lee Triana, and that is Native Matters about any tribe. So if you got something you want to say or talk about, please get in touch with us. Headspace and Timing with Matt Brown. Southern Fried Paranormal with Lynn Dorman. We've got Sean Ellis with Eternal X Wolfpack Paranormal. We got Paranormal Walkabout with myself and Rez, which is going to be a docuseries. We also have No Limits Holistic Fitness with Brian Cato. Plus, we do specials, we do classes, we do live investigations, and you name it. And hopefully, in years to come, that we will actually do more television type stuff to go along with what we already have. So,
amazing.
And that was a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. I'm looking at a lot of stuff here. I actually stopped because I see there I am on the Paramystic podcast.
Yes.
I was a guest, which was very, very cool. But yeah, I mean, I love it. I love so much stuff. And actually, Evelyn, who was I think Evelyn found me on the Sacred Spiral Network. And then
Really?
I introduced her to my friend Brian, who's a wizard who does tarot, and I see her in his podcast all the time. And now she's loving your energy, and loving all of the shows on your page. So you probably have somebody new checking out all your shows. Evelyn is awesome. She's got some amazing energy too.
Share it out as we do. We share it out, and I shared this out tonight. That's why we have a lot of my folks, and some folks. Now we actually have one of my shows that started about 2 minutes ago, Southern Fried Paranormal going on. So,
nice.
Unfortunately, it's kind of at the same time, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, you can't be over there. Too bad we can't like visit on as like this show, like go in over there and be like, hey guys,
what's up?
Pretty cool.
No, we can't do all that. But like I said, we like you said, lifting people up. We share, we collaborate, I don't know, we love each other. Yeah. It's a little family, it really is, and we just get excited. And sometimes our chat will go crazy. Like today, they were talking about the football coming up. I was like, "What are you guys doing?" We would love y'all to come watch. Yes, we would love everybody. Blaine's helping me out. Thank you, brother.
Yes. And Kim says, I love Brian. Yeah, see, like it's like exactly what you're talking about, like just this connection with everybody. And what's so cool is I love about what you're saying is how rare is it, right? Especially if you look outside of that circle, where people are so willing to give love, you know what I mean, to other people like that. You know what I mean? It seems like we live in an age where a lot of people are afraid to give love. You know, everybody's kind of grown to be so closed off. And I feel like there's this rising energy, this rising community of people who are willing to love, and we're finding each other. And finally, like, oh, thank God, I was about to give up.
You're like, these are my people. Yes, thank goodness.
These are my people.
And is it Lynn? Or is it Lynn?
Lynn. Yeah. Lynn.
I'm from South Carolina. You can tell by my accent, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, it's funny she said that, because I was about to talk about that. I was going to say, hey, where are you from? Are most of your shows kind of geographically in your area locally, or are these people from all over the country?
No, we're all over.
Nice.
We are absolutely all over. We have people, Christina's in Wisconsin. We have people in New England. We have people in Ohio. We have Alabama. Of course, we do have some South Carolina. We have Arkansas. I'm missing, let's see, Wisconsin again.
Nice. Lynn, where are you?
Illinois.
From there, yeah.
Yeah, we have people. I'm getting it all confused now, but we have, Massachusetts, Salem, actually. Raven is in Salem.
Nice.
Yeah, we are. Yes, I'm so country. They love me. I love you guys so much.
You are, but I love it too. I feel like there's like this appeal to it. Karina, thank you so much. I agree. There's so much love in these wonderful episodes. Plus, of course, Kelly's and Jennifer's, and Gwen's energy is off the charts. I love it. It's
Thank
just
you.
amazing. But what's so cool is that somebody like you, Karina, can just come across a YouTube broadcast, watch it, and feel better just because of the conversation we're happening. I mean,
Yep.
that blows my mind, and that is the power of creating reality and being intentional with your energy, right?
Yes.
My famous story about that moment, hey, how's it going, that how's it going moment, right? When you
Mhm.
meet somebody for the first time, be intentional with your response. Be like, I'm awesome, how are you? You know what I mean? Don't be like, hanging in there, because that's the energy that you're giving out, and that's the energy you're going to get back, you know. So thank you guys for all being here and
Yes.
contributing your energy. Lynn, it says Louisiana. Uh, Lynn, where are you from, Lynn? I forget. You're not saying Louisiana with a question mark about where you're from.
Is
Lynn,
she asking me? She may have missed. I'm from South Carolina.
yeah, South
Um,
Carolina. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, maybe she missed when you said it.
Oh,
Um,
that's fine.
Lynn has a show on Sacred Spiral Network. Oh my God, Lynn, I forget the name off the head. Kaleidoscope. She does ribbon readings. Amazing. I had never seen that until I met her.
I have
Uh,
not seen it. I'm going to have to. Lynn, you
California.
need to, yeah, friend me or something so I can find you. And you
Yes.
have a wizard. I have definitely got to check that out.
Oh, Brian is amazing. So here's a cool little story. I don't want to take up this is about you, but
No, it's fine.
Brian is a light painting photographer. Do you know light painting and photography?
I
Uh,
have. I haven't ever seen anybody actually do it, but I've seen it like on, YouTube or stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so
Interesting.
he does light painting, and he was on a group in on Facebook, a light painting group, and
Hmm.
I saw that he did a tarot deck of his cards,
Oh,
and I was like, oh, I'm just looking for his site here because I want to bring it up. Wizard of Oz. Yeah. So yeah, so let me bring up his thing just because he's so great. So there's a picture of him uh with his light, but that's not the artwork. The artwork is, where can I get to the artwork? Here we go, art. Um, so amazing. Yeah, that's light painting. This is all light painting, and it's basically you open the camera shutter and you have lights and you kind of paint with the lights. And his artwork is just so incredible. Anyway, that's how I connected with Brian. And
that's
then
amazing.
as I became friends with him, I found out that he was actually a wizard. He had like gone and lived in Africa or so with some monks for a while, and like done some things, just traveled and done some things, and
Mhm.
it just came through in who he was, right? He was like this art director in the 80s, that when it was like big and he made lots of money, and it wasn't for him, right? So he just kind of found himself, and what a special person. I'm really blessed to have met all of these amazing people,
I'm sure.
and
I'm gonna have to look him up as well as I think
yeah,
yeah,
again, like
all everybody.
it's the same thing you're saying, right? You just all of a sudden, all the people in your life were so cool and amazing, and you had all these shows that were going on, and it's just so great. And that's why creating reality is the
Mhm.
theme of what I want to talk about, and what I want. I want, that's my mission, to let everyone know, like, you're in charge, man. Show me what you got. Be your best self, and
Yes.
show me. So that's cool. Oh, he also incorporates incense smoke. Yeah, he also does
Oh, that's
incense smoke.
amazing actually. That
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go look as soon as I get
Oh
off.
man, it's just off the charts, energetically, right, and
Mhm.
visually, and then because of who he is, like, that's part of it, right? That comes
Mhm.
through in it. Amazing stuff. Um, yeah, I gotta get him back on my show and talk more about his artwork and stuff. But anyway, you're the one who's here, so let's talk more about you
I
and
love hearing also because you remember I'm on that side of it most of the time, so
yeah.
it's fun for me. But
So tell us more about, I guess, the growth, and like what's your favorite part about doing what you do?
oh wow, the people, the when we go to events, I get to network, meet so many wonderful people. And I met you on here. So, not on here, but, online,
Yeah.
doing Christina's show. The people hearing stories. I love to hear people's stories, especially what I call their aha moments.
Mm-hmm.
In the paranormal, it's like when you first know that something is real, and it's that, oh my goodness, because that look on their face, and that you can feel it when you're around them. You don't even have to see it. It's that moment. But
yep,
I don't know that I love it all. I'll be real. I used to, and just a little backstory on me. I was brought up in South Carolina, so for many years I did not admit any of this stuff existed and all that. And when I finally did, that's why I said my energy, I felt better and everything. But
right.
I'm a retired paramedic because of an injury, and for a while I was trying to find my place in the world, and this is it. And
cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Did you have any experiences as a paramedic that were like related?
I did many of them, and if I can get myself in gear, one day there'll be a book or so.
You got a book in you. Awesome.
Got more than one. Yeah.
Get it out. Don't be selfish.
No, and I used to work in the hospital also, and I've got stories there. So
let me ask you a question. Did that make it? I guess that I'm gonna almost answer my own question, but I guess that made it easier for you to accept all of these kinds of things that you believe now.
It did not.
I
was told as a child, you can't tell anybody, you didn't see that. The typical, and I'm gonna say Southern, but I know it's other places too. You don't tell anybody. And then, when I worked in the hospital, I would see things, experience things, and there were stories, there's always ghost stories or spooky stories in the hospitals and stuff. You know that. I'm sure everybody's heard something. But even on the ambulance, I was so careful who I even said, or I would accidentally say something. They'd be like, "Oh, you're crazy. That doesn't exist," or and I knew what I saw, and I knew what I was experiencing. So for many years, but when I accepted it, I automatically started feeling better, and I'm growing, and just. It's getting better every day, every single day. It really is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Yeah, there will be, if I can get off of it, there will be stories. And I do have to mention one thing, and I'm going to plug my own self, and I don't always do that.
No.
Okay. So myself, my CEO, Lee Triana, and Bestie, and Blaine Rohan are all on this new season of Monster Quest. Yeah. So
wow, and that's on network television. That's
that's on the History Channel.
Wow, awesome. Yeah. That's
if you remember, cool. If you remember Monster Quest from years ago, well, this is a revamp of it and is the series.
Wow.
Blaine already did his. It's awesome. That's episode 2. Lee Triana's is coming up not this week, but next week.
Wow.
We all have one story on an episode, and Blaine's was great. I know Lee Triana's is going to be good. I'm not. As much as I'm on the screen, you would think, she's good. I was good filming it, but thinking about watching my own self on TV, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
So how did you guys hook up with that? Is it done locally, or do you know, how did you guys?
I submitted a story. We all 3 had submitted a story, and we got picked. And, there's a process. They interview you, and then you get another interview, and then hey, you want to come out and film? And that'd be cool.
Awesome. That's
and
really awesome.
They were absolutely awesome. And it was I don't know, it's different. It's different sitting there and everybody's looking at you, and you're sitting there and they're asking you this and you're telling your story. It's it's interesting. And I know they acted out with the actors too. You're going to watch, but yes, I'm going to watch Blaine. But I watched Blaine's, and his was wonderful. And if you watch it, it's the 2nd episode, and he's the last one, best for last, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Lee Triana, we don't know.
History Channel, that's where we got to find it on the History Channel?
History Channel, it's Monster Quest. Blaine, is it season 5? Is this season 5 technically? I think, but it's the newest season. Go back.
Current season.
If you like them, go back and watch all of them.
Awesome.
But mine is coming up on February 2nd. So I'll be sitting home.
Now I have to check it out, because now I'm connected to it. That's cool.
Yeah,
I love
please
that.
watch.
I love that. I just realized, so I said for a while that I have this psychic fetish, right? And that what I mean by that is I don't ever really feel like, oh my God, I want to go talk to a psychic. I want to know what's going on with this, or I want to know what's going on with that. I personally don't, right? I
Right.
just don't have that. But I have psychic medium friends. One of my best friends, Christopher Allen, I was producing a show for him. I just freaking loved being around him doing the readings. Like, I loved listening to them and feeling the energy and
Yes.
watching the exchange, and then anytime I'm around a psychic that's authentic and real, um
Mhm.
I just love it. I love the energy that I feel. I love
You
how it,
feel
like,
it.
I
Yeah.
love how I feel. So I said I have a psychic fetish, and now I just realized that I have ghost envy, which is, I don't have a story that I can remember, like, growing up, that I had like this moment with a ghost, you know what I mean? And I love those stories, and I wish I had one.
Well,
So I think I
I'll
have
make
ghost
an
envy.
offer for you. You ready?
Yeah,
I my friend Raven Wolf, she lives in Salem, Massachusetts, and I'm coming to visit her soon. And
cool.
what if we could meet up somewhere in the middle and take you on a ghost hunt?
Wow, I would
Are you
love
game?
that. I'm
Are you game?
totally game. Yeah, I'm totally game for going on a ghost hunt. And you know what? I think just because of where I'm at,
Uh-huh.
like, I think it's time. You know what I mean? I think I'll definitely experience it much different than I would have. You know,
Yeah,
you know,
Raven is the medium frequency. That's her and Christopher's show, and she says yes. So we're going to come and get you, meet you in the middle or somewhere.
awesome.
You're in New York. Am I thinking
I'm
right?
in
You're
New
in.
York. Yeah,
You
yeah,
are
yeah.
in.
I'm in New York. I'm in New York. Yes,
And Kim is going, Michael, go. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Cheer him on.
For
Cheer him
sure.
on.
Yeah. No, no. I am so open and ready, and I think that's even the reason I'm here, right, Gwen?
Yep.
Why you're even inviting me? Because I wasn't ready for that invitation before,
Now you
and
are.
I think I am, and even I've even been thinking about, I forget what they call it when you go somewhere intentionally to kind of like watch for UFOs and
Mhm.
kind of summon them, I guess, in a way, energetically. There's a word for it. I keep forgetting what it is.
I
But
can't. You know what? I'm sitting here going, what is that word? What is that
yeah,
word?
yeah.
Anybody
What
that
is
knows
that
that
word?
word, tell us. But
Yeah,
yeah.
somebody knows it. Somebody knows it. But I just love that that's even happening, right? Like, that there's this group energy towards it, because I feel like that's going to amplify it and just kind of help it
Mhm.
help it be. I went in on that action. Christina says I want in. Awesome, awesome.
We're
This
gonna
is
have a big group.
growing by the minute. We just created some reality. I love that. I love that.
Yes.
Wow. Very cool. Scott, I'm seeing a lot of spirit energy around Michael affecting the lighting. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say, something's going on with my camera and the lighting. It is definitely something weird, as I move with the lighting and I let the light
It
come.
is.
But there's also like a weird glitch happening. I kind of was trying to figure it out, but I guess I was just like, I
Well,
don't.
I'll let you in on a little something. Any show that I produce or any show that I'm on, there's always what we call gremlins. And
Yeah.
so you're welcome. It just happens. It does.
Nice. I thought last time I thought it was me. No, it's been happening probably since I got back from Costa Rica. I think.
Oh, there you
I
go.
think, I hate terminology. I was activated, but I definitely was, something happened. And Lynn is checking out the DSM-5 now for ghost envy and paranormal fetish. I guess that's like some sort of dictionary. We love new people getting on in your energy brings spirits. Hell
Mhm.
yes. I love
Yes.
that. I love that. Energy gremlins.
Yep.
Uh
I love
and
when they comment. I don't care if you even just, if you're watching and you haven't commented, just say hello. I know some people
yeah,
just don't.
totally.
Just
Hello.
say
I
hello.
love it. I love it. And again, yes, thank you so much, because for me, it's more about you, right? I'm talking to you, I don't want to get distracted, but it doesn't distract me. It's so much good energy watching you guys say
Mhm.
hello to each other, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And like, it's love. It's just love, and it becomes tangible when you express it. Ooh,
And
what is
something just moved behind you too. So anybody
that?
that saw it, I know you
That could
did.
be my cat. But
Okay. Well,
I do
yeah.
have a cat that my it could be. I'm not saying it is. It could also not be.
We don't know, but that's okay because all the energy that's coming through these nice folks.
Yeah,
Call you
Amazing.
bait? Yes, you're going to be bait because you've never went before.
Oh shit. I don't know how I feel
It's like,
about that. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure.
we got you. We would never let anything
Yes,
bad
I,
happen.
I
We
I
got
feel totally safe and comfortable. I don't think I would. The same thing with. I mean, I don't know if you guys talk about like plant medicine stuff, right? It's the same thing with that. Like, I'm super intrigued by that, and I've heard so many great stories. People who I'm close with, and so I'm not like, oh yeah, whatever. But like I'm like, oh, that's crazy, right? That's a great,
Mhm.
amazing story. But I don't feel like I've been personally like called, right? I guess that's how they say it, right? You'll know when you're called to it. Um, but I
Funny
just
enough, I've just been checking out either doing a naturopath thing or a holistic practitioner. That's funny you said that, actually. Yep.
interesting. Well, you
Yeah.
know what I'm gonna say about that? Like, I, actually, I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I do have mixed feelings, right? Like, I am
Mhm.
intrigued, but I don't want to say scared, right? But just like it's not time for me, right? But in Costa Rica, I did some breath work,
Oh, yeah.
and I felt like I was on plant medicine. Like if I would have to imagine what it's like I felt like it, because the experience I had was that of being in my body and out of my body at the same time, right? Like
Mhm.
observing what was going on and experiencing it from both places at the same time, right? From inside my body and from outside my body. And my body was I was like twitching and doing some things, and I remember thinking, it's okay, it's release, like
I
in my
love
head.
that for
uh,
you. I do.
you know
That was wonderful.
yeah, yeah, amazing, amazing, and I really want to do that some more. I feel definitely safer, with that. Evelyn's talking about the sh-
Oh,
the experience I had. I don't think you've heard the story. I'm
oh,
kind of I don't want to keep telling the same story on my show, but in Costa Rica, there was a day that we went to a waterfall that,
ooh.
if you wanted to, you could swim over to. You had to swim across this small little pond, climb up this ladder to get to the top, and then you could slide down. It was like a natural water slide.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I did it. I wanted to do it, and I swam over, and I'm not a young buck anymore, so I was a little winded. I got there. I was like, all right, I did this. I climbed up. It was a challenge, but not a big deal. And I'm up at the top of the waterfall. The water's rushing past my feet. I'm like knee deep in this water, going over the waterfall, watching it go over. Okay, it's time to sit and slide down. I'm not scared, but I'm like, should I take my glasses off? Should I put them in my pocket? Nah, I'll be all right. And I put them on, and I went down, and my glasses flew off my head when I hit the water, and I lost my glasses
Oh,
in the
no.
middle of the jungle in Costa Rica. And I had to spend 2 days without glasses, and I can't see three
Oh,
feet 3 feet in front of me. I can't, it's like blurry. Um, and I was okay. The minute I hit the water, I was like, oh man, I fucked up.
yeah.
And that was it. I was like, oh well, like I have to deal with it. I can't get mad at anybody else. What am I going to do? Like just ruin my time? I'm like, I got to deal with this. And it was amazing. I felt so good having to deal with it, right? And just being like, okay. And we got back to uh, the not resort, the retreat place.
Mhm.
Um, and I said to my girlfriend Janice, who was my girlfriend at the time, I said, you think Davy Joe can marry us? Davy Joe was one of the guys there, and I knew he was ordained.
Mhm.
Um, and we ended up getting married,
That's
and
I love that.
totally spontaneously. And that was the beginning of my creating reality journey.
That's wonderful.
Um,
And I
and
love what Kim put. You lost your glasses because you needed to see things clear. Yes.
and that's
Yes.
and so many people respond that way, and I'm like, no shit, like
Yep.
that's why I felt the way, because like, I had an experience. When I was younger. I had a car accident, and I flipped over, and my
Oh,
glasses flew off my face, when I flipped, and I couldn't see anything, and here I am upside down in a car.
Yeah.
I was thankfully not hurt, but like I couldn't see anything, and it was really scary. That added to the whole scariness of the thing. So I think that there was some trauma in there that got healed at that
That's
moment.
great.
You know what I mean? I think that, I realized like, okay, even when if you can't see, it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can be. If
Yes,
you
you
can't
can.
see, you can still be. Um, and that's it. Yeah, yeah. That's
That's
because
beautiful.
what did you just say? What did I miss? The glasses because you need to see things clearer. That's because of the
Mhm.
glasses. What did you just say? Chills. Yes.
Yeah.
Swoosh. Yes.
Michael Swish.
Uh I should, I wish I knew. I should find it. I have a picture of that moment. I took it because
Do you?
Janice was videoing me sliding down the waterfall, and I took a still frame of like that moment, and I just made it into a still because I
That's
don't know,
cool.
something just told me to do it. I don't have it. I can't find it. But
You can show
anyway,
it to me today.
I feel like we're just hanging out, and I'm telling you stories, and you're telling me stories. I want
That's what it's all about. That's the
I
fun
guess
of
it
it.
is. I guess it is. I want to focus on you. I'm here to celebrate you and what you've achieved, and what you've bringing into the world. I mean, it's just it's such a great time. For me, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like all of this stuff,
Mhm,
aliens and spirits and disclosure and all of this is the same thing. It's all coming from the same place, and it's
mhm.
and it's part of us. It's part of who we are, and
Yes.
and we just need to realize that. And you were earlier talking about the third dimension versus the fifth dimension, right? To me, that is not, I think, let me back up for a second. I think that language distorts the idea of
It
that
does.
shift from third dimension to fifth dimension, because it's not a physical shift. it's a
Mm-mm.
it's a perception. It's a shift in perception, and the ability to perceive things deeper. And I think that people need to understand that, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, the world's going to split into two parts, and you're going to go this way and I'm going to go this way. And I think that's just metaphorically, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like that's a metaphor, and the same thing about God, right? And I've said this story before too about struggling with the idea of God because of the personification of the idea, right? Like
Mhm.
you say God, and a lot of people think of a being, a guy, whatever. And for me, it's much much deeper than that. And until I came to terms with that, I couldn't say the word even. It was hard.
Thank you
But
for saying it's much deeper, because I was telling somebody the other day, I believe in something much deeper, and I couldn't get the words out of what I was trying to say, but it
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
it goes way past a single being.
Yeah,
It's in like 3D to 5D for me, and I don't think I'm finished. I'm told I'm not finished by somebody who's been helping me out, Christina, and a
yeah,
couple other people, but I feel, I don't want to say reborn. I just feel sometimes lighter and
okay,
just kind of more open in
yeah,
my
yeah,
energy, and I can make it. Things are different for me. They're just progressing, and I can feel it already. And I have my days where I'm just like today. I was super dizzy earlier today, and we have cold weather, and I'm thinking to myself, was it the sinuses or was it a shift in something in
mhm,
me that made
mhm,
me really dizzy? I've had it happen before
yeah,
and didn't realize what it was.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll
Maybe
see.
it was
We'll
I
see.
was about to come on your show.
It could be. It could be. Tim just told a great story. When my daughter first got her glasses when she was around 7, she would wear them to bed, and I asked her why, and she said so she could see her dreams clear. That's so
Oh,
sweet.
that's so sweet.
That is so
It
sweet.
is.
Thank you for sharing that, Tim.
That's beautiful.
Amazing. Angels and aliens and ghosts. Oh my.
So much.
And Blaine is using his psychic abilities.
Yep.
You will get new gifts, Gwen. I think so. For me, my response to that is she's already got them. She's
I'm
already
just
got
trying to
them.
figure out how to use all of
Well,
them.
I think, yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's it. And I was going to say that actually also about kind of what you said about being in this new place. I think it's you feel lighter. I think it's tuning into frequency. You're
Mhm.
tuned into this certain frequency, and that gives you the ability to experience things the way you're experiencing them. And I think as you more and more are able to intentionally tune your frequency, you're more and more able to intentionally experience the reality that you want to experience.
Yep.
You know, and that's the whole idea of creating reality. Thank you.
It
I have
is.
many memories of her like that. I'm so glad that you, Tim, you are the best. You are the best. Tim, I just love that that you see it that way, right? Like I tried to explain to somebody, and it was great for me because it's like almost like these awareness moments, right? This girl that I work with was at work, and she was really having a hard day because of her dad had passed. It was like a year since her dad passed, and she was thinking about her dad. And I said, "But that is your dad. All of those thoughts that you're having and
Mhm.
memories, that's him. He's right there with you. So those tears that you're feeling, you feel like they're sad, but they're joy. You know what I mean? And that can feel the same way if you just it's about perception, right? It's how you
It
look at
is.
it, right? So like imagine you're, oh my God, I'm so sad my dad's not here. And it's like, oh my God, the fact that I just thought that he wasn't here brings him here. All of a sudden it's a whole different experience.
It is. You just kind of. I had for years I didn't really love the Christmas season because I lost my best friend years
Mhm,
ago. I
mhm,
lost my
mhm,
brother around Christmas,
mhm,
and I would be sad. And then
mhm.
the last couple of years, I thought, why am I sad? I'm remembering good stuff. Yes, it makes me cry, but
Yeah, yeah,
that's okay. Yeah. So this
yeah,
year
and and
got a
and
little
and
better.
and those are the times of the year when they can come be with you, right? In those thoughts of those moments and those memories. That's amazing. I love that.
And my
So,
girl Lee Triana has popped on. Thank you, Lee. You're coming.
what's up, Lee?
Yeah.
Good to see
Yeah.
you. Yes. She was told, oh, being open and accepting yourself and all of that stuff, it's so important. And man, when you do it and you see the effect that it has, you just want to shout it to everybody like, no, stop beating yourself up, stop thinking that, stop acting that way.
Oh yeah.
Amazing, amazing. um exactly about her dad. I was eating lunch at a restaurant. I thought of my dad, and crazy tears filled up, not sadness, but I just love that. I know he has
Aw.
me and the love that I gave him. Yeah, I got to say something about crying, right? In
Mhm.
general, for me, like I realized to me, like when you're crying and it's that real emotional cry that you feel it here, you're choked up and your eyes are just watering, like that is
Ugly crying.
that is manifestation right there because you're
Mhm.
taking what's in your head, your thought, and you're creating something actually physical out of it,
Yes.
a physical feeling, physical water, right? Physical actual matter. Like that is nuts. So to me, um, I can remember and I told this story recently too. Seeing a channeler on YouTube 15 years ago
Mhm.
saying, "Oh, the Galactic Council says this and that," and I was like, "That's way too much for me." Like, okay, cool for you, but that's too much for me. And then, only 10 years ago, a friend of mine saying, "Oh, I'm having this woman on my show. Check out her video," and she was channeling and she was speaking light language. I started bawling watching the video, and I didn't know why. I was like, "What the heck is going on?" And I said, "I have to see this woman." I
Mhm.
went and I saw her, I started bawling, and then I said, "I have to have a one-on-one," and I did a barter with her, and I did some work for her, and she did a one-on-one, and tears are magical. Totally,
They
Lee,
are.
that's exactly what I realized through that whole experience, like, how significant that moment is. You're that moment, you're connecting with your soul the most you can as a physical
Mhm.
being. You're, like, connecting with your soul right at that moment. Amazing, amazing.
It is.
Awesome. I loved it. You just described my holidays this year. Amazing. That's so great. Oh, I love you guys. I love all of you guys. I love this.
I'm enjoying just
Right.
here.
This is
Yeah.
so great. This is so great just to be around people who understand, right? And aren't
Mhm.
aren't looking to like tear each other down because of this belief or that belief, right? And some of these beliefs, and they're a little wacky. I got to tell you, some of you guys believe some wacky things. Um, but I believe it all. I think it's infinite possibilities, right? I love that quantum physics, quantum theory, the idea of superposition. Does that explain maybe God? Like, everything, everywhere, all at once, every possibility? Uh, who knows? But it at least
Who
starts
knows?
to make it starts to make it feel better, right? You feel like
Mm.
I knew it. I love that. I love that. I got to tell you, Gwen, I feel like I barely let you talk. I feel like I was just blabbering tonight. I hope you feel like you were able
I
to.
loved it. I loved it. It's not about me. It's not all about me. It's, I get to hear your stuff that I haven't heard. You get to hear some of mine, and, I love it. And everybody's, your comments, I love those. I do. I don't care if you just say hello. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we
And
both of us, we both love it. Love Mama Judy. I don't know what that means, but
Litriana's birth mother, or her mom,
Mama
was
Judy.
was my, I call her my second mother. She called me her second daughter, and she died. And she's still with us in spirit. And matter of fact, there's her ashes. I always
Welcome,
wear 'em.
Mama Judy. Welcome, Mama Judy, to the show. Thank you for
Yeah.
being here.
She's watching and she's loving this. She really
love
is.
it.
But she was a beautiful little Filipino lady. Beautiful till the day she died, and still
Love
is. And she's a mess. She's still a mess.
I love it, and here she is. In your words, she's coming on my show. I love that you're bringing her on my show. That's amazing. And I love this. I love Karina. I don't know who you are. I love that you're in my show. You're watching, and you say love is awesome. It's felt in this room. Thanks
Yes,
for
it
these
is.
broadcasts. Thank you. These broadcasts would not be as significant as they are without somebody receiving them,
Yep.
right? And that just makes it so much more worth it to me. So thank you for telling me that you received it, because that means a lot.
That's
and
wonderful.
and
And
Scott,
I made a boo-boo earlier. I need to correct, if you don't mind.
yes, please.
Christina reminded me, we just added somebody to Glenn Bodis from the UK. I don't know if you maybe not, but he is a sometimes co-host on her show, and he's going to be on our network intro soon. But I forgot, and I'm so sorry, Glenn, if you're watching this. Christina, thank you for reminding me. But yes, Glenn Bodis from the UK, he is part of the network also. So.
Awesome. Well, welcome, and ho, and all of those wonderful blessings to you.
Yes.
I feel like we are all so blessed for having this hour together, and having been here, and being able to just smile the way we're smiling. It feels so good to smile, right? Doesn't it?
It does.
We all
And I have
God
to
within
say
us. Vivian,
that the bowl, the breathing, and the sound bowl, it was a wonderful way to start your show.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I'm always, I am human, so my brain is always, making me question myself, and like, do people care about this? Are you just doing this for yourself? Thank you so much. That really, it means a lot to me.
Oh, I loved it. I did it with you. I don't know. You could probably see, because mine down at the bottom, you can always see that. Yeah, we have.
When I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So like, I'm just grounding myself at that moment. And just the fact that somebody else is doing it with me is great. And Vivian, I saw you come in before. Thank you so much for being here. Vivian is from Hawaii, which is like one of my favorite places on earth. So I love that Hawaii energy. I love that it comes to my show. I love that so much, so much. And thank you, man. You're so much fun. I hope people start checking out your network. I think there's a couple of people here who already are checking it out, which is great.
Thank you, guys.
So I'm glad that's the purpose right there. Singing bowls are great. Y'all rock this show. You rocked it, Lane. You rocked this show. Thank you, guys. We all rocked it. We rocked it together. We created our own reality in this last hour. So thank you guys so much. I know I said I was going to be more intentional. I've been busy, not to make excuses, but I don't know who's going to be on the show on Tuesday on Holding Space, or on Thursday on Live Stream of Consciousness. But I do know I've got a new network of friends that I can maybe hit up. So if
you can.
If you are from All Access Network Television and you want to come on my show, hit me up, or ask Gwen how to get in touch with me and come on my show and show me your puzzle piece. Tell me who you are, and let's have a conversation just like this.
Oh, you're going to be bombarded with messages, because
awesome.
I have good people. Yeah.
Awesome. You know what? I'm excited, because I can't wait to next week be on and be like, I got this person coming up next week, and after that I got this person, and then I got this person. I do know in the future coming up soon, I have Jacob Cooper coming up, who is an amazing near-death experiencer, psychic medium, who I've been working with for a while. I actually next week on live stream of consciousness, I won't be here. I'm doing a charity event for Tunnels to Towers. I'm just looking at my calendar right now. So live stream won't be here, but I think Holding Space will on Tuesday. And then on the 29th, I have Vanessa from a local place here that I had New Year's. She's got an amazing yoga place called Emerge that does so many different things with sound healing and acupuncture and all of these holistic things. So we, no matter what, just show up. It's always going to be a party here. Good people, good things happening. Thank you guys all for being here. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, Gwen. And
Thank you.
We'll see you here next week. Be good to everybody. Oh, you know what I forgot to ask you for? Anything that you want to share here, words of wisdom, words of love. And again, the one I get the least of, any dad jokes?
I don't have any dad jokes exactly. Mine are a little bit.
Nobody usually does.
The ones I know are not suitable for live.
Dirty dad jokes. You got bad dad jokes.
Yeah. Well, I used to be a medic and work with mostly guys, so there you go. Words of wisdom.
Yes.
Love each other. Just love each other. Let all the other crap go away. Just love each other.
Great. Awesome. Great words. So remember that always. Love each other. Yes. And I realized that the new intro that I made doesn't really work as an outro, even though the theme song part of it still does. I'm just going to play the old outro. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Gotta ask yourself whether reality is a dream or you a dream or reality. We're all a part of the answer to the meaning of it all. Come in and join us for the moment we call now. Rise up, join